What's up, everybody? I'm very excited for this video. I came up with this idea, it just popped in my head. So now I just drew it up here and I'm going to go over it with you guys right now in this video. So I'm going to get straight into it. Basically, this is infinite banking at its finest. This is just breaking it down to its raw bare bones and really explaining how it works, because I know a ton of people have a hard time understanding how infinite banking works. And a lot of people don't understand the insane power behind leveraging infinite banking. So let's get into it right now. So here on the left, I have here that you have money, right? Everybody here gets paid and they don't put their money in an IUL because most people don't know what it is or how it works. But let's just say you've seen some of my other content, you've watched either my YouTube videos or my TikTok videos, and you have a basic understanding of what the IUL is, but you still don't have a basic understanding of infinite banking. You don't really understand why infinite banking is so powerful, or you're just somebody who is, doesn't believe in the infinite banking concept and just thinks it's too good to be true. Well, after this, literally in probably the next 2 minutes, I'm going to blow you away. So you add contributions into this IUL. It could be $500 a month, could be $1,000 a month, could be $25,000 a month. It could be $250 a month. Basically, whatever amount of money in which you are comfortable saving per month, you can then put into an IUL. And the reason why you do that is so that you can leverage this infinite banking concept right here. You can use it for other reasons, which I'm not going to go over in this video. Those reasons could be to leverage this as a college fund, to use this as a high yield savings account, to use this as a tax shelter, to use this as a retirement account, a supplemental retirement account on top of your 401k and your Roth IRA. Have like this IUL to have like a complete triple threat. But in this video, I'm going to specifically just be breaking down the infinite banking concept. So when you put money into your IUL, each year, again, let's just say for easy math, for this example, you're putting in $1,000 a month. And then at the end of the year, you're putting in $12,000 in that year. Well, at the end of that $12,000, what then happens is that you are then able to get paid interest on that full amount of money, right? So at the end of the year, you've contributed $12,000. You're going to get paid interest based off that $12,000. Now, hear me out. This is going to sound crazy. For the specific IUL that I structure, this is not the same across the board for other agents. But for me specifically, you can earn 17.55% interest in the IUL. Now, just to clarify, that is a 30-year historical average. It's not guaranteed. That still is based off of the market and how it performs. And the reason why I'm able to get an amount that high is because the index strategy that we use tracks around 5 to 7%. But the specific carrier that we use, we have something that's called a multiplier. And it's a 2.7 times multiplier. So for example, if you earn, 7.83% or something random like that, then what the insurance company will do is they'll multiply that by 2.7%. And then that will, let's just say for easy math, because I know that the 30-year historical average is 17.55%, then you'll get credited 17.55% on that $12,000 that you put into the account. And that was over the course of 12 months because you've been contributing $1,000 per month. So now that we have that basic understanding, and I'm sure I'll get called out for that in the comments. So, get ready for a follow-up video of me actually sharing my screen and breaking that down and actually showing you that it's on a contractual agreement. Like it's all written by the insurance company, not by me. So keep your eyes peeled for that video because I'm sure it'll come very, very soon. So now that you've put your money into the IUL, you've earned interest. Now, this left column, that's what that represents, is your cash value. Your cash value is the principal in which you've paid into the account, plus the interest that gets credited into the account. Added together, both those monies, right? The principal plus the interest getting paid, those added together is your cash value. Now, over the years, you're going to continue to keep contributing $1,000 per month. Again, that's super flexible. You could pay more, you could pay less. And then you're going to continue to getting paid interest. So over the years, that's going to compound, which is why I have these different rows here, and there's more and more dollar signs, because each year you're contributing more money, and each year you're getting, paid interest based on the full dollar amount, not just the 12,000 that you are paying in. So for example, in year one, you're earning interest on 12,000 because you've only paid in 12,000. In year two, you're getting paid interest on the 12,000 that you put in last year, plus the 12,000 you put in this year, so 24,000. Plus you're getting paid on the interest of the interest you made last year, and then the interest stacked on this year. And that's how compound interest works. It just keeps compounding on top of each other, and it's a big snowball effect, and it's insane. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. That's an Albert Einstein quote right there. And then here, this is where things get so amazing. This is your surrender value. But for easy, just to simplify it, think of this as your line of credit with the insurance company. Now, this is why it's so crucial that and that your agent knows what the heck they're doing, because you can only leverage this, what I'm talking about right now, the infinite banking concept, if the IUL has alternative loans. Some IULs only have declared loans. Some IULs have declared loans and alternative loans. If you don't know the difference between the two, I have a video on that as well on this YouTube channel that you're watching this video on. And so luckily for me, the IUL that I use has alternative loans, so you are able to do this. So when you are putting money into the IUL, you are basically giving yourself the ability to leverage this institution to spend the same dollar twice. Now, if you were to put money into your bank account and then you pull the money out of the bank account, that money's gone. You just spent it. If I wanted to buy a motorcycle for $20,000 and I had $20,000 in my savings account and I pulled the $20,000 out and then to buy the motorcycle, I'm out of my 20K. It's gone. Right? I spent it. The dealership has my money now, and the balance left in my savings account is $0. But if you leverage this, let's just say, same example. I have $20,000 in cash value that I want to go ahead and use to go buy a motorcycle. Now, it would be foolish of me to take it out of my cash value, because the dollar amount in your cash value is the dollar amount that you're earning interest on. So you want this number to be as high as possible, because obviously you want to earn interest on a very high dollar amount. So what you can do is you can borrow the life insurance carrier's money. You can borrow the institution's money. They're giving you a line of credit at a very low interest rate. And so what you're able to then do is I can go spend the life insurance carrier's money to go buy that motorcycle, right? And so now I'm going to borrow from right here. So let me draw this out. I'm going to borrow the $20,000 from my surrender value. Again, my line of credit with the insurance company to buy a motorcycle. Now, forgive me, this is going to be the absolute most disgusting picture of a motorcycle you've ever seen. That looks like a tricycle, but let's just pretend it's like a really nice $20,000 Ducati, right? So now what I've just done is I've leveraged the life insurance carrier's money to spend the same dollar twice. My money is still sitting in my IUL earning interest. Now, what I've just done is I've spent the life insurance carrier's money to buy this motorcycle, right? So if I would normally have gone to a car dealership or a motorcycle dealership to go buy this motorcycle, I would have had to probably take out a loan, or again, what I would have to do is then take money out of my savings account to buy this, and now my money's gone. Or if I did the loan option, I have to pay back this car dealership because the car dealership lent me the money, and now I'm paying them back with interest. But what's crazy is that my money is sitting in the IUL, continuing to earn interest. Again, 30-year historical average of 17.55%, right? And that's new. That's like brand new statements have just came out. It used to be 15%. But this is why this is so just mind-blowing. My money is still sitting in my IUL, right? And I'm earning a 30-year historical average, let's say an interest of 17.55%. I take out a loan for let's just say 3.55%. So now I'm earning a net of 15% interest on my money, while my life insurance carrier's money in the form of a line of credit that they let me borrow is now being used to buy this motorcycle. Now, I never have to pay this loan back. I never have to pay this loan back. You can, if you want your net to go back up to that, for example, 17.55%, but you don't have to, because the IUL is earning enough interest to still be in the positives, and you don't mind that little 3.55% tacked onto that, because 15 is still pretty good. But if you wanted to get back up to that full 17.55 amount, then you could just pay this back. But the reason why you never have to pay this back is you have to remember the IUL is life insurance. So there's a death benefit. Pretend there's a third column right here. And this third column right here, pretend there's a bunch of dollar signs here, is your death benefit. And so the death benefit is always going to be higher than the surrender value amount, and it's always going to be higher than the cash value amount. They're going to be pretty close in terms of the dollar figures, but it's always going to be a little bit higher. So that in the event you pass away, the death benefit can pay off all your debt, can pay off all your outstanding loans. And so the life insurance carrier doesn't care if you pay those loans back or not, because again, it's a guarantee that you will pass away at some point in your life. So the life insurance carrier knows at some point in time they will get paid back their money. Either you're paying it back or your death benefit's going to cover it, right? So I hope that explained that. But to really put this on steroids, let's pretend that we're not buying a motorcycle. Let's pretend that we're buying an apartment building, right? And so now, instead of borrowing pretty early in like year 1 or something, let's just say we're borrowing in like year 4 because we have way more money, and this money we're going to use to go ahead and buy a apartment building or a duplex or a rental property or whatever it may be, right? Now, what we're able to do is we're able to really, really, really leverage the IUL. And this is where things get like absolutely just freaking mind blowing. So with this, what we're able to do is we're able to borrow from our IUL. For now we have way more money here. So now let's just say we have $100,000 sitting inside of our IUL. Our $100,000 is still going to sit in there and earn interest because we're not going to touch it. We're going to use the life insurance carrier's money, and we're going to take the life insurance carrier's money. We're going to place it in this real estate. And now if it's a good piece of property, this property is going to earn us, let's just say, an IRR of 18%. Now we're earning 18% ROI or 25% ROI, depends on how good of a property it is and how much it's cash flowing. Now we're earning, let's just say, 18% IRR on this real estate property, plus our 100K we never touched, and it's still earning, again, let's just say that 30-year historical average of 17.55%. So now our same $100,000 is now making 17.55 here and 18 here. And the IUL is the only account that you can do that with. And you never have to pay back that $100,000 loan, because again, it's a guarantee that you will pass away at some point in your life. And so your death benefit will cover that loan. And if you're doing the fix and flip style, right? If you're a single family real estate investor and you're doing fix and flips, you pull out $100,000 in the form of a line of credit or in the form of a loan from the insurance carrier on the right side here. You go use that as either a down payment, or you use that as the rehab, or if it's enough cash value, or if it's a big enough loan amount, you can use 50K for the down payment and 50K for the rehab. You fix and flip that property, you sell the property, you put all that money back into the IUL, that money pays back that loan, and then all that net profit you made gets added into the cash value. So now you're going to be earning interest on a higher dollar amount, and now you have a bigger pool of money to pull from for your next property. So now you can get a bigger property. You can get a property in a nicer area. Maybe you can do a more luxury style rehab and buy a better, quartz countertops this time instead of like granite, or now you can buy really nice quality hardwood floors instead of laminate, right? All those things. And this is just a snowball. This is just a rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I hope this video brought you guys value. If you have questions, if you want to go ahead and open up an IUL, if I didn't explain something correctly, or if I, lost you, rewatch this video, book a free IUL consultation with me with the link in the description down below. I'd be more than happy to jump on a call with you to either answer any of your questions, or just to go ahead and run some illustrations for you, run some mock-ups for you. Or if you've seen enough, if you've also watched a ton of my other videos, like and trust me, you want to work with me, and you just want to go ahead and move forward, I'd be more than happy to, again, jump on a free IUL consultation call with you, mock up a illustration. If it's an illustration that we both love and we both think looks awesome, then we'll go ahead and move forward, submit an application, and get your IUL in force so that you can start leveraging the infinite banking concept. Love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you on Zoom.